organizations responsible for organizing the 50 states in the continued movement of Women's March. She's a practicing attorney in South Florida, and she wanted me to specifically let y'all know she definitely pays her fair taxes. Please join me in welcoming Miss Emma Collum.
Thank you, Emma.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
The history of the tax march inception, which is going on across the country right now, was not started just on January 22nd. Throughout this entire horrific candidacy and election cycle, we've been asking then candidate Trump, show us your taxes. And we received excuses that the American people are not tax accountants. We've received excuses. So all facts. And we've received excuses that he was being audited, so he couldn't show us his taxes. Then we were promised that the taxes were going to be made public as soon as he won the election. Well, now President Trump has said, no one cares about my taxes. And we see today that's simply not true. There's over 200 marches happening across the country right now where people are saying, we do care. Show us your taxes. Why is this so important? Why are we asking for the taxes? Well, the fact of the matter is, taxes, historically, presidents have been showing them to us since the Nixon presidency. And when Nixon didn't show us his taxes, we all know what happened then. So this has been a long history of attempt to ensure that our administration, our executive government, the very leaders that promise to protect us and put country first, show us that they are putting country first. It's not party before country, and it certainly is not self-profit before country. Right now, all we know is this. We know that he has not split his administration from his substantial financial ties to various private entities. We know that there are questions surrounding the current administration and their ties to a Putin-run Russia. And we know that right now, a few days ago, we dropped one of the largest non-nuclear bombs on a foreign country. That's what we know. What are the tie-ins? What does that have to do with this administration's taxes? I don't know. None of us know, because he won't show us.
It's a deterrent.
It's a deterrent. And if there's nothing to hide, show us your taxes. Show us your taxes. Show us your taxes.
Show us your taxes. Show us your taxes.
So, the Women's March National Pillars of Unity state, our economy must be transparent, it must be equitable, and it must be fair. And at our basis level, to have the top 1% who is now representing our country refuse to play by the same rules that the rest of us do, it's abhorrent, and it's unethical, and it is certainly not transparent. So I ask all of you, demand transparency. Demand that your legislator state that this administration must show us the past 10 years of taxes. I ask that you go home today and you call and you write and you email and you demand that. And what else can you do? You register to vote, because if we will not be represented by our public officials, if they will not demand transparency for us, then we're getting new ones. And I also demand that all of you out there today, you can be those new leaders. There was a Washington Post article last week. 13,000 women have signed up to run for office since that can be you too. You people who have gotten up here today on a Saturday morning in Miami on a holy week to show your support, to demand transparency, to say that you care, you are the next leader. So you run. You run for school board, you run for House Representative, you run for Senator, you run for everything. And you make sure our voices are heard, and the leaders on the top, they play by the same rules that we play by all across the country. Thank you so much.